What's good?
It's better I know the truth. No, I just gotta find a way to live with it. Oh, sorry.
Hi.
I didn't mean to wake you.
It's okay.
How you feeling?
Like an idiot.
It's not your fault, though. You got sick, you know.
I know, all the times that I have dreamed of waking up here, I did not think it would be because I was sick with you ending up sleeping on the floor.
I didn't think it would be that way either, but, I mean, I don't mind taking care of you. You took care of me once, remember? You want some coffee? How about some milk then, Court? You should have something.
No, I know. Maybe later. You like taking care of people, don't you?
People that I care about, like you. But I hope we're not going to start talking about Julie.
No, we won't. You were really sweet to me last night.
It's because I love you. How's your head?
My head's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I will take that glass of milk, actually.
Okay. I'll be right back. I was afraid of that. I'm out of milk.
Oh, that's okay.
No, I'll run to the store.
What?
I'll run to the store.
No, don't bother.
I want to. No arguments, please. What's your neck? I'll be
Gross
right back.
breath.
Hey, listen, don't let anybody in, unless it's Evan. Maybe it'd be good for him to see you here.
Get out. He's harmless.
He's a creep. I'll be right back. Hi.
I thought that was fun driving Franny and Daryl to the airport.
I did too. You know, I like seeing that private jet. Sure is fun to see how the poor people live, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you know, Daryl said that we could take that jet anytime we want to get away from it all.
Well,
No.
might not be a bad idea. I mean, after all, honey, you still have some maternity leave coming up.
You know, my darling, I will go anywhere in the world with you after I solve the case.
Honey, I'm not saying anything about your detective skills. I think we both might be a little too old.
You shut up. You just shut up and don't ever talk to me like that. You got... What are you doing here? I thought you were in Chicago working on the Harper angle.
I think I found the connection we need. How would you like to close the Crawford case?
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by Duncan Hines, helping you bake your moist, delicious best.
You know what I mean. Every month you grin and bear it because your maxi, and part of my bluntness, can feel wet. What we need's a drier maxi, right? Guess what?
Always with Dry Weave. Their maxis can stay wet on top. But everything from Always has our Dry Weave top sheet that pulls moisture into the core, away from you, keeping the surface cleaner and drier.
Next month, you'll know what to buy.
Always with Dry Weave. Cleaner, drier, better.
Soda, OJ, purple stuff, Sunny Delight.
What's in this? Tastes like orange and tangerine.
Yeah, lime.
Some healthy junk too.
Whoa. What are you doing? I'm thirsty. What?
Problem, guys?
Way to be, Mrs. Jackson. Come on.
Sunny Delight, the good stuff kids go for.
I want some more.
Having trouble getting all your liquid dishwasher detergent out of the bottle? Relax. Try new Cascade Liquid Gel. It comes out of the bottle like it should. first time, every time. And because it's pre-dissolved, it rinses away to leave your dishes sparkling, virtually spotless. New Cascade Liquid Gel.
I've come at a bad time. I'll come back. You haven't, Dad. It's all right. I just don't want you to go running to Mom.
I'm not gonna run to Mom. Good morning,
Come on, let
Courtney.
Andy explain.
Yeah, come on. Well, you know, Courtney and I, we had a late night last night. We went to the cellar and we were dancing, and she started feeling lightheaded, so I brought her back here, and I thought that she would feel better, and then I could drive her back to Ellen's. But she didn't, so I insisted that she stay here.
Yeah, he slept on the floor.
I slept on the floor.
You have another dizzy spell like the time you fainted at the club?
No, it wasn't like that at all. I was just hot, you know, and dancing and stuff. Huh? I feel fine now. I feel great.
Good.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You look a little pale. You been eating properly?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have, absolutely.
We
right?
ate like pigs at the Crawfords.
Yes. Maybe that's why I got so icky. Look, I'm gonna go take a shower, and then I want to go to Ellen's. Do you mind? Because I want to change.
Courtney, why don't you come into the hospital? I'll give you a medical checkup before you go to work. Come on.
It's really not.
Coffee, Dad?
It's not necessary. I feel great. I just need a shower.
Well, now that I know the truth, I guess I owe you an apology.
No, I'm not looking for an apology. I didn't want you to know, because I know how close you've been to your mother all these years.
She never should have lied to me.
Hannah made herself believe that I was involved with Mary, and nothing I said or did could change her mind. But you shouldn't be too hard on her, you know. She's worked hard to support herself and you all these years. And you must know that you're her whole world.
I have a question for you. Hutch, would you mind giving us a few minutes alone, please?
Sure. I really am sorry about shooting my mouth off last night. I'd do anything to make it up to you.
What do you want to know?
Were you and Mom happy before she got the idea in her head that you were having an affair?
No, we hadn't been happy since the day you were born. Wasn't entirely Hannah's fault. We were mismatched from the beginning, but she had a very hard time giving birth to you. And the doctors told her that she couldn't have any more children. From that point on, we didn't really have a marriage.
Why did you stay married to her?
Well, you're probably not going to believe this, but I stayed for your sake.
I was going through Shorty Martell's books from this bar he ran and found several paid receipts from this warehouse space that he rented. And I went to check it out, and it was mostly filled with old furniture and cartons. Now, one of the cartons was marked Hold for Frank Wendell. We opened it and we found clothes and personal papers and old checkbooks
Great,
from
fine.
Chicago.
All very thorough, all very good.
Okay.
Higgins, but where is the connection to the Crawford case?
All
Get
right.
on with
Okay,
it.
now I'm just getting to that. Now, underneath all of that stuff, there was a plastic bag of jewelry that fits the description that Crawford gave of the pieces missing after the break-in. And plus, there was a couple other pieces of antique silver. But this is the biggie. The architect's blueprints with notations in Wendell's handwriting about the location of the garden doors of Mrs. Crawford's bedroom and notes on how to turn off the security system.
Bingo! The way to go! Hey! So tell me something, where's all this loot now?
Well, with the Chicago PD, and they're holding it to make sure that there's no connection with the Harper family. And after that, they'll send it to us, and we can close this case.
Well, it all ties in with the key to the Crawford house that we found in Wendell's personal effects.
Yeah.
Joel, come with me while I call the Chicago PD, see if they found anything else. Margot, Franny and Darryl are on the way to Des Moines, right? Why don't you try to call them on the jet, let them know the good news?
What are you thinking, honey?
To Pat. absolutely too, Pat. Anybody could have planted that carton with Frank Wendell's stuff in there, knowing that the police would eventually get to that warehouse. I'm not going to call Daryl yet.
Good grief. We've got 4 kids that find more dirt than you can imagine. Dirty socks, grass stains. So I bought some Liquid Tide. Hey, thank you. Now, instead of buying new socks, I buy more Liquid Tide. Sincerely, Mrs. Kathleen McInnes.
Can your liquid get out tough dirt and grass stains? Liquid Tide did. You'll be surprised how many things Liquid Tide gets out. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide.
Tell me where I can find a guy named Lou who drives an ambulance.
I'm Lou.
Critics are going crazy for Hollywood. Doc Hollywood is filled with laughter, fun, and romance. A sure cure for the summertime blues. The best romantic comedy of the summer. Michael J. Fox, Julie Warner, Woody Harrelson, and Bridget Fonda. Doc Hollywood, rated PG-13. Now playing at a theater near you.
Every time you buy a pair of their proportionately sized jeans, Gitano will make a contribution that will help save our planet. Our planet. P.S. Gitano. Proportionately sized jeans.
How fast does Anbesol start to relieve toothache pain? Before you can say.
Anbesol.
Denture pain? Before you can say.
Anbesol.
Relieve minor mouth pain on contact with Anbesol in regular or maximum strength.
Starring Connie Silica and Greg Evigan. If they don't get each other killed, they just might fall in love. Premiering September 15th.
Morning, sweetheart.
Morning.
I'm glad you finally got a good night's sleep. I told the operator to hold all the calls.
You're so thoughtful.
I am thoughtful. I didn't want to push last night, but it was obvious from what I saw and your phone calls that your family's reaction wasn't exactly what you planned.
Yeah, well, everybody reacted differently. Had different advice. But the bottom line is, they think that I can't live in 2 different worlds. That I have to choose between them, and I don't want to choose. I shouldn't have to choose.
Well, why don't I order breakfast first anyway?
I'm not hungry. But I could use some coffee. And I need to call the office.
Well, that can wait. This can't.
So, how was your evening at Franny and Daryl's?
Oh, it was very nice. We missed you. Franny said you didn't feel like coming.
No, I just wanted to spend a quiet evening in the penthouse. I just am trying to understand why I had these reservations about Jessica and Duncan. I know it boils down to a prejudice that I didn't know was even there, but I can't. I'm trying to reason with myself, and well.
I know you've been very troubled about your reaction to it.
Oh, Nancy, I'm not troubled. I am ashamed. I'm guilty, so guilty.
I know you're trying to get to the bottom of it, and it's good, but you're not going to do that if you're too hard on yourself.
What worries me the most is that Tom and Margot, they were so happy about it. I mean, they just took it right in their stride. Now, why can't I do that? Nancy, you know how much I admire both Jessica and Duncan.
Now, I'm not making excuses, but you are from a different generation. And Tom and Margot are not only younger, but they've dealt with more people from different backgrounds. And remember, Tom faced prejudice when Leanne first came to live with him. Now, I think that Leanne and Andy and Courtney's generation is going to find this an easier thing to deal with because they hear about it in the media and they've dealt with it more in their own personal day-to-day lives. Prejudice grows out of fear and ignorance. And I think we've all got to remember that it can turn on any of us at any time. It is so like you, when you realize how you feel about this, to get it out in the open and try to deal with it honestly.
Trouble is, I don't think I'm dealing with it at all. That worries me.
Come to think about it, you dealt with quite a lot of prejudice when you were a lot younger and had people accusing you of all sorts of things.
I brought that on myself. I did outrageous things.
Prejudice is prejudice, Lisa.
Well, I'm glad that you stayed at the farm last night. I don't think it's easy for Mama to be alone right now, you know.
Yeah. Oh, I wanted to tell you again how much we enjoyed Lily's birthday party last night.
Well, I really didn't have much to do with it. I was so busy with Aaron.
Oh, he was the hit of the party, and I cannot believe what a good baby he is.
Well, what do you expect? He's a Snyder, after all.
Yeah. Poor little kid.
Hey, what does that mean?
Excuse me, I have an appointment. Lynn Michaels said she could see me.
Wait a second. What does that mean? You're going to have to explain yourself later. You stop.
Oh, no.
No, you stop.
I gotta tell you, it was awful strange last night in the middle of that party to get a phone call from Julie saying she'd had a baby.
Well, I know. It must have been rough on you.
Yeah, that's why I gave the phone to Mama.
Well, you know, divorce doesn't get rid of your feelings, Caleb.
Yeah, I just hope that Ron Gillette guy takes good care of her.
Oh, I'm sure he will, but don't worry about it.
I'm not going to worry about it. The guy's married.
Listen, can I ask you something?
Sure.
You think it'd be a good idea if I called Seth in New York and tell him to look Julie up? And
No,
see if
no, I don't, Caleb. I think it would be a big mistake. I mean, you know, that part of your life is over with. Just make a clean break.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Yes, Andy called me first thing this morning to let me know that Courtney wasn't feeling well.
Yeah.
And that's why she'd stayed over, but I hope it's nothing serious.
Well, I don't know. She says it isn't. I saw them this morning. She says she's fine. But, you know, I worry about her. She fainted that time at the club. I hope that doesn't happen again. I was wondering, maybe you could convince her to come in here and have a complete physical checkup.
Well, you can believe I will.
Good.
Thanks.
All right. At least promise me you'll meet me at the yacht club for a real goodbye before I go to New York.
I will, and I'm such a good wife, I'll even help you pack.
I still wish you'd come with me.
Kirk, no, I can't. I got meetings with Gavin Kruger.
Maybe a two-career marriage isn't all it's cracked up to be.
Kirk, you knew how I felt about my career before you married me.
Well, what happens if you get pregnant? Then you're gonna have to take maternity leave at least, right?
I'm not ready to get pregnant yet, Kirk. You know, that's a lot of responsibility. I figured that out yesterday when I saw Aaron and Ivy together.
I hope you'll be ready one day.
Yeah.
So now you, gonna stop distracting me so I can get some work done so I can catch my flight?
I still don't understand why you didn't want to send Holden.
It was just something I felt I had to do.
Okay, Kirk, I talked to Marcy. Hi, Ellie. Hi. I talked to Marcy Breen, and it's all set. You're gonna have drinks with her tonight.
You're the butter, and you're the filling.
I have to make a phone call. Excuse me.
It's not just the taste. Philly cream cheese also has ounce for ounce half the calories of butter or margarine. Next time, butter your bread with Philly instead.
Ask Angela Lansbury about aspirin-free Bufferin AF Nighttime.
Angela, there's something new here. Bufferin AF Nighttime?
Yes, it's from the makers of Bufferin, for when you feel achy at night and you're having trouble getting to sleep.
It's for both problems?
Uh-huh. Bufferin AF Nighttime should really help. You see, it's a maximum strength aspirin-free pain reliever plus a gentle non-prescription ingredient to help you get to sleep.
New Bufferin AF Nighttime helps put pain and you to sleep.
The thing about a bonbon, it's almost always gone. Bonbons are bite-sized, bonbons the right size. 20 ice cream barrels dipped in chocolatey shells. The thing about a bonbon, it's almost always gone. Bonbons.
Got a perm? Better get color-coded curl care. Permasoft. Pink, blue, or green. depending on the quirks of your perm. It's unique. It's from Permasoft. It's the only way to handle a perm.
Learn about roller coasters, human flies, high-rise daredevils, rhino beetles, lugeing, cuttlefish, grape catching, spitting llamas, fat penguins, stunt penguins, and go inside Air Force One on an all-new Fantastic Facts Friday.
A family faced with tragedy struggles to put their lives back together. We'll make it through this. Richard Chamberlain stars in a true story of courage. Aftermath, Sunday.
Northern Exposure, Monday.
Hutch, why are you taking off without saying anything?
Figured I'd be the last guy you'd want to talk to.
Look, like I said before, I don't blame you for telling me the truth or letting me have it for all the things I said to your dad last night.
Was your dad too?
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to accept.
Link, I want you to know that this hasn't been easy on Dad either.
It hasn't been easy for any of us. I mean, most kids grow up with both parents, but I've really only known my mom. For you, it's been the opposite.
I know you're mad at her, but she must have had her reasons for never keep telling you the
It still
truth.
doesn't excuse it.
Maybe not, but I never even had the chance to know my mom. And I'd give anything if I had.
No, I'm sorry. I've been so caught up with myself, I haven't even asked you how you're dealing with all this.
Well, I was really hurt and confused when I came out here and saw you and Dad going at it. And I realized that my parents had never been married. I heard you call me bastard.
I'm sorry. Is that why you took off?
That's part of it. And like I said before, I was really hurt by this girl. And then I found out the truth about my mom, so...
Tess, right?
Yeah. I know you have a lot on your mind, but if you have some time, I really could use a talk.
Hey, maybe it'd do me good to focus on somebody else's problems for a change. So, what's going on with you and Tess?
Well, she came out here a couple of times to try and set things right. She said she really likes me, but Paul's the kind of guy that she's always wanted and the kind of guy who could give her the things she's always wanted, and so she was covering up her feelings for me.
You believe her?
I don't know. I saw her out at the cellar last night, and she said she knew that my dad was your dad, and but she said that she wanted to know if there was any way she could really help.
What did you say?
I was so hurt that I told her she was the last person in the world that could help, and then she came over again, and I just left. She was with some guys like Paul, some business types, you know, a lot of money and stuff. I guess she'll always be attracted to those kind of guys.
Look, Hutch, I'm not defending her, but she's still young. From a poor background. So it's not hard to understand her wanting all the things she's never had.
Lord knows I could never give them to her.
Hey, you can't say that for sure, not at your age. Even if that was true, you still can help her.
How?
By getting her to be honest with herself about what she really wants. I mean, maybe all the time she came out here, she was trying to cry for help. I may be wrong, but I think you should give her another chance. And if she messes up again, then you walk away. But it doesn't hurt to give somebody a second chance.
You gonna give Dad one?
I don't know what I'm gonna do at this point. Look, I better get going, but anytime you want to talk, just give me a call.
Thanks. I will, Link. And don't forget what I said about your mom.
I'll see you later.
Hutch! Dad, I was wondering where you took off to. How you doing?
Pretty good. You know, I had a chance to talk to Link last night. I'm not sure I got through to him.
I think you did, even if he doesn't know it yet.
What do you mean?
Link and I just had a talk like the ones we used to have. And it was especially nice now knowing he's my brother. Maybe things will work out for all of us.
Thank you, for taking me to Ellen's to change.
You're welcome, but you don't have to keep saying thank you. There's nothing in the world that I wouldn't do to get back what we had.
I'm beginning to believe that, you know?
You are? Good, good, because it's true. What? Come on, you've been chewing gum for a half an hour. Come on. There you go, spearmint.
Excuse me.
Hi.
Have you heard anything from Paul, Andy?
No, I haven't.
Listen, thanks for not squealing on me.
That's okay.
Barbara.
That's all right. I just think that you should tell her before she hears him from someone else or puts it together herself. Anyway, I gotta check in with Bill, all right? See you in a bit.
Well, I'm surprised to see you out and about after your busy night last night.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means that you were dancing with Evan, you were dancing with Ted, and you were talking to Hutch.
I don't think Hutch will ever forgive me for all the stupid things I've said. Just tried calling him now, there's no answer.
Tess, you know, I really think you should be honest to yourself about what you really want. Because if you're not, you're gonna end up with a reputation that I know you don't want.
Well, you went out with Evan too, Courtney. What's the difference?
The difference is I never stopped loving Andy. I'm gonna go change, excuse me.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Courtney, we got a
anything.
busy day. We're one waitress short, okay? It's a
Yeah.
good thing you're feeling better.
Yeah.
No, I don't believe that a punk like Frank Wendell is capable of engineering something like this. No, I think he was taken out because he knew too many names and he was going to point fingers. There was a hitman hired to kill Carolyn and make it look like a robbery. Yeah, Wendell might have been one of the guys who broke in there that night, but he couldn't have done it alone.
Well, when you say someone hired a hitman, you mean Arthur Claiborne?
I mean Arthur Claiborne. A, we know that he's working for the Harper family now. B, I am sure he was hired by Gavin Kruger when Kruger was trying to take over DeWitt. And C, Carolyn asked Philippe to find out from Gavin if Arthur was feeding inside information. Right? Now, if she was on to Arthur, she's definitely going to cut him out of her will.
Not to mention the disagreement they had when Arthur was a house guest, due to the insinuation he made about Franny and Darryl.
Yeah. Now, if Arthur's going to be cut out of Carolyn's will, there's your motive, given his financial circumstances. And given his jerk personality, of course, he's going to point the finger at Darryl.
All right, I go along with you on that.
Okay.
Hello, you all. Dan, I stopped by to find out if you could join Ellen and me at the yacht club for lunch.
Oh, sweetheart, I'll try, but you know, things are finally starting to break on the Crawford case. I'll call you later and let you know.
Wonderful.
That good?
Yes. Tom, can I talk to you for a minute? Sure. I ran into your mother this morning. I think she would enjoy a visit from her son, but don't tell her I told you.
Okay, you got it.
All right. Oh, I'll get out of your way.
Fax just came in from Chicago PD.
Great, they're right
Looks like
down
somebody's
here.
address book.
All right. E, F, G,
What are you looking for?
H. I'm looking for the L's. I got a hunch.
L's. Lacey, Larkin, Sandwich. Is that what you're looking for?
Nope. There. That's what I'm looking for. That is a clear connection.
Lambert Billy.
Exactly. Dana's ex.
Announcing Alpine Lace Free and Lean, fat-free and low cholesterol cheeses with only 40 calories per ounce.
Now I'm really going to be in great shape.
New, free and lean.
Great shape, America with Alpine Lace.
It's the last 3 days to save at Color Tile. Big savings up to 25 to 50% off ticketed prices. Color Tile, like ceramic tiles now 49 cents. Vinyl styles now 51 cents. All DuPont Stainmaster carpet drastically reduced 25 to 50% off ticketed prices. For example, now only $11.99 a square yard. Plus mini blinds, wall coverings, and wood flooring too. Color Tile, it's your last chance to save 25 to 50% off ticketed prices. Color Tile, only through Sunday.
Why douche? It's natural to want to feel fresh.
Why douche?
To feel fresh and clean on the days I don't.
And what douche do women use most? One with natural ingredients.
Massengill. Massengill. Because fresh feels terrific.
Enjoy extra sugar-free gum.
You get extra flavor, extra fun in extra sugar-free gum.
The long-lasting lasting sugar-free gum is extra with NutraSweet for extra refreshing flavor that lasts an extra, extra, extra long time.
Extra flavor for that extra long class. Extra flavor for that extra long task. When you're chewing extra, the extra fresh flavor lasts an extra, extra, extra long time.
Extra lasts extra long.
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment.
Has the glance from a beautiful woman caught your eye? Do you ever wish that all your dreams would come true? Could you ever fall in love at first sight?
Try me.
Guiding Light, weekdays.
This is CBS.
Once upon a time, a man called Nathan made a hot dog. It was a fresh all-beef recipe with a special blend of spices. Nathan's hot dog was so good, so robust, they built a town around it, and 10 million people moved here just to enjoy it. Today, visitors from all over the world come to this town to buy Nathan's, still made with that 75-year-old recipe. Nathan's, the hot dog that made New York famous.
Research suggests a diet including foods rich in beta-carotene may help protect against some types of cancers. Fruition, apricot and other juices specially blended to be rich in beta-carotene.
Fruition.
I hope she'll be a poet.
She's either going to be a brain surgeon or a plumber.
President of the United States.
Or maybe I would like her to be a concert pianist.
At Gerber, we know you only want the best for your baby. So to help build strong, healthy bodies, we design our apple juice to deliver more vitamin C than the leading adult apple juices.
Definitely a center fielder for St. Louis.
Gerber, because we know you only want the best for your baby.
They are the women's stars in training, only on Entertainment Tonight.
And now part 2 of As the World Turns.
Oh, I had to get some coffee. You know, Aaron's only sleeping like 4 hours at a stretch now.
Yeah. Boy, it was so great to hold him last night. It really brought back a whole lot of memories of when I had adopted Noelle.
I know it wasn't easy for you losing her.
Yeah. But, you know, you're never going to have to worry about that. I mean, you won't ever lose Aaron that way because, thank goodness, his birth parents didn't insist on a clause giving them up to a year to change their minds. But I really think I can see now that that turned out for the best for Noelle. I mean, I never could have been the kind of mother that I want to be until I started to work on my problems. And I think Holden and I were both guilty of thinking that a child would magically fix everything that was wrong with our marriage. Well, I really am making progress here. I mean, I can really talk about these things without getting so upset. And you know, I really am glad that Holden and Lily are so happy together.
And someday you're going to have that same happiness, and I have a feeling it's going to be with Caleb.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I like Caleb. I do, but... Well, I married Holden when he was still in love with Lily, and I am not going to make that mistake ever again.
What do you mean?
Last night, when Julie called, it was so obvious that Caleb has feelings for her that he has not gotten over.
I can't get in touch with Woody or Hutch. I guess we'll just try him again over at Ellie's office. You ready?
All right, I'll walk you out.
Okay, thanks.
Hi, Lisa. I need some information from you.
Yeah, about what?
Well, Julie called last night. She called the farm and said she had a baby girl. And in spite of all the problems that her and Caleb had, I wanted to send her a card, and I figured that you would be the perfect person that would have her address at the hospital. I want you to call Lucinda and tell her you're withdrawing your offer.
Who says I can't have it all?
What was that?
Yes, Jane. Okay, just give us 1 minute and then send him in. Thank you. Link is here.
Oh, all right. I'm going to meet with him in my office, and then I'll get back to work.
Oh, why don't you use mine?
Oh, thanks.
Don't thank me yet. I'm letting Holden use it while I'm gone.
Is this your way to get even with me for Lucinda giving me the office all the time while she was away?
No, it's my way of whetting Holden's appetite for power so he'll stay on our side. Just leaving. Hold down the fort.
Uh-huh.
See you later. Sorry if I interrupted.
I'm not. So how are you doing this morning?
Okay. I'm sorry I ran out on you and Mom last night.
Oh, come on. You don't need to apologize. Where'd you end up going?
Well, I drove around most of the night. And then when daybreak came, I realized the only one who could answer my questions was my father.
Do you realize that's the first time you've ever called him your father?
You old smoothie, melt my heart away. So smooth, so ice creamy, Mars Milky Way. So cool. One little bite, it's different from the rest. Mars Milky Way, you're my happiness.
Introducing Mars Milky Way ice cream bars. Rich chocolate and creamy caramel wrapped around smooth ice cream.
The original smoothie, Mars Milky Way. So cool.
Making life a little sweeter.
If you're looking to maintain regularity, look here. There's a drug-free way to do it, and Kellogg's All Brand can be an important part, because a high-fiber diet, including Kellogg's All Brand, can give you the fiber you need to help stay regular, drug-free. And All Brand goes a lot better with berries. A high-fiber diet and Kellogg's All Brand for drug-free regularity.
Michael, are these your hands?
Mm-hmm.
Son, is there a reason why you wear them?
Definitely.
Discover Butterball fresh from the deli cold cuts. Deli thin, deli fresh, deli delicious. Up to 98% fat-free and only 10 calories a slice. Fresh from the deli, from Butterball.
Am I too late to take you to lunch?
Yeah, I'm afraid you are. Give me a rain check.
Sure.
Anything new on the Crawford case?
Well, something may be happening as we speak, but if that occurs, I will make sure that you and Duncan get a press release.
Great. Here, throw that away from me. Duncan's not here. He's in New York. He went to be with Jess.
Huh?
Yeah.
I know about the talk that you and Margot had the night that Duncan was over at the house.
Oh, Tom, I never knew I was such a bigot. You and Margot accepted it right away. Why can't I?
Well, maybe that's because we had Leanne. Kind of gave us a head start.
Oh, come on now. Nobody loves Leanne more than I do.
I know.
I hated all that discrimination she had to go through. And that's what worries me so much now.
You know, Leanne and her mom were victims of prejudice in Vietnam. Not because of the color of their skin. Because I was her father, and that made her part American. But she's carved a place for herself in this world, and I couldn't be prouder.
That's because you and Margot gave her love and support.
And I think that Duncan and Jess would probably give their kids the same love and support. And I think they could use yours too, Mom.
Ellie, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm just kind of in a state of shock.
I'm sure. I would have told you right away, but I just called the office and found out from Greg myself. But listen, it's no big deal. It's easily corrected.
Listen, can I talk to Jess?
Great. Caleb wants to talk to you.
Jess, how you doing? I'm fine, thanks. Listen, I know you were a friend of Julie's, and I wanted you to know that she called me at the farm last night to say that she'd had her baby in New York.
Really? That's really good to hear.
I didn't think to ask her the name of the hospital, but I could try to find out if you'd like to visit her.
Oh, Caleb, I don't want you to go to any trouble.
No, it's no trouble. I'm sure she'd appreciate it.
Well, maybe it's just as well Jess is going back. And what did McKechnie say when he got there to pick her up? No kidding. He's usually so full of hot air. Well, now we can get back to our lives and Jess can get back to hers.
It's not going to be that easy for your sister, Lamar.
What do you think?
Hey, Britannia. Very sharp. This girl must be special.
She's beautiful. She's brilliant.
Does she have a sister?
No, but she has a dog.
Thanks a lot.
Look at all these Gitano jeans.
What kind of guy is your mystery man?
Well, he's not French baggy. He's more American classic.
Oh, huh.
Hi.
You shop here, too?
Yeah, you shop here?
Yeah.
I love shopping here. Everybody's so friendly.
Yeah.
Carol, you baked this cheesecake?
I can't believe you baked a cheesecake.
This tastes wonderful.
Oh, I want seconds.
Carol, I want the recipe.
Not me. I'll wait till they come up with a nice, easy mix.
Right, a mix with real cherries. Come on.
Honestly, Carol, this must have taken all day.
Yeah, no wonder you didn't have time to do your hair.
New Jell-O cheesecake, now with real fruit topping.
You know, I hear Jell-O makes a good cheesecake.
Dumpty Dumpty Dog.
Thank goodness for Even Flow stronger disposable bottles.
Yippee!
Only Even Flow disposables are double sealed to help prevent leaks. And they fit all nursers. Even Flow disposables take the bumps without breaking.
Hey, Mom!
Even Flow stronger disposable bottles.
Hey, where'd it go?
When you get gas pain, you've got a choice. Your antacid or Gas X, the tablet made for gas pain. It's extra strength, 100% simethicone to get rid of gas faster than your antacid. Fight gas right with Gas X.
And now, Garfield will demonstrate how every cat can get the nutritious proteins of meat, fish, poultry, dairy products, and grain sources in every meal. Simply take one serving of Alpo cat food and...
Stuff it. Fiona, Duncan just walked in. Don't worry, I'm not going to get any arguments. How'd you find me?
I asked the bellman, and he said you'd just gone off duty.
Thought you'd be back in Oakdale by now.
We're leaving tomorrow, but I wanted to talk to you first.
I take it Jess sent you?
Jessica has no idea where I am, and I'm sure she wouldn't be very happy if she did.
Ah. Well, I want to go back to the Bronx. So, you just say whatever it is you have to say and make it fast.
I just want to ask you a simple question. From what I've seen, you and Jessica are very close.
Sometimes closer than others.
And I know you're responsible for getting her back here at Christmas to see her father. And I'm sure you're grateful to her for her part in your father moving back in.
Look, what does that got to do with her situation with you?
It's not a situation, Lamar. Jessica and I are very much in love. I want to buy her a ring and tell the world how much in love we are. But she insisted she have an opportunity to tell her family first. And I know how important her relationship with her family is.
Obviously not as important as a relationship with you.
Why does there have to be a choice, Lamar? Why can't you just be happy for her?
How can I be happy knowing what's ahead? You know, I'd be a hell of a lot happier if she'd fallen in love with Joel Higgins.
Well, she didn't, did she? She fell in love with me.
Look, what kind of life do you two think you're gonna have together?
Hopefully a very happy and fulfilling one.
Oh, look, I know Oakdale's different, but not that different. Look, I've seen prejudice since I was first aware of it in the schools, in the streets, in this hotel. And I don't know if Jess told you this, but she's seen a lot of it too, especially since when she got that scholarship to that law school that was 97% white.
What does that have to do with the two of us wanting to start a new life together?
Look, I've seen other people from both sides fall in love, think that was going to make the difference. But it doesn't. It just makes the prejudice that much stronger. And I'm talking about here in New York, not in Oakdale, where you're going to stand out like some sore thumb.
I'm prepared to handle whatever comes along because I love your sister.
Don't you think you love her? And even if she loves you, how much longer do you think that's going to last?
Hopefully for a lifetime. I'm not here to talk about my love for your sister. I'm here to talk about your love for your sister. Are you going to let her start a new life with all of this hostility coming from the brother that she adores? If there is a choice to be made here, Lamar, it's yours.
Hi, sweetie. I'm sorry I'm late. Stopped by Fashions to see my mom. You know what? We had a nice long talk, actually, about Duncan and Jess.
Oh, good. I'm glad. You know, when she gets used to the idea, she's going to be happy for them.
Well, the ID box from the Crawford house came back from the lab clean.
I'm not surprised. Whoever we're dealing with here is an expert at covering up his or her tracks.
Her?
Yes, her. I stopped by the Crawfords on my way over here to visit with little Dana. She says she hasn't seen or heard from Billy since his phone call last night. Absolutely has no idea how to get in contact with him, but man, she was so nervous.
Yeah, so what's new?
But why? Why is she so nervous around the police all the time? You know, I got a feeling that she's the one who disconnected that ID box, so there's no record of the calls that she's gotten. And you know what else? It's not a coincidence that after she got that call from Billy last night, she suddenly changed her mind about going to the cellar. And who should show up but Billy himself?
Yeah, but she gave him the cold shoulder.
Honey, that was for our benefit. She's connected to this somehow. I just gotta get a handle on why.
Oh, you made it. Oh. Does that mean that the case is closed?
Oh, afraid not, sweetheart.
Yeah,
how are you?
Just as well as I was about. How you feeling? You okay?
I feel fine. Stop asking.
I'm not gonna stop.
Stop. I'm fine.
Andy, did you hear the news?
News?
Yeah, from
No.
Julie.
Oh, no, I didn't.
She called the farm yesterday, and she had a baby girl.
She did?
Yeah.
That's great. That's good. I gotta get back to it.
Okay.
Do you have a minute, honey?
Yeah.
John wants you to come in for a complete physical, and I think it's a good idea after you got sick again last night.
I feel fine now.
Oh, I'm glad. However, I'm worried about you, and if you won't do it for yourself, will you do it for me? Please?
We're kind of busy.
I know you're busy, honey, but call this afternoon. Make an appointment this afternoon and promise me.
I can't this afternoon. I mean, we're really busy here, and we're understaffed, and I can't. After work, I have to talk to Tess. You know, she's got problems with her love life and everything. Yes, she needs to talk to me, and I promised I'd be there for her. But look, I know it worries you, so I'll make an appointment before I go back to school, okay?
Well, at least now you know you've got a half-brother. You can have a relationship with him, even if I can't.
Like I said before, Dad, I'm sure that once Link gets a chance to think things through, that he'll want to get to know his father, too. And if there's one thing that he's inherited from you, it is his sense of fairness.
Well, so have you.
I'm not so sure.
Why not?
I don't think I've been too fair to Tess.
Why do you say that?
Well, when we first met, she was always putting me down. But she says that that was just a cover-up for her real feelings, that she really likes me.
So, what's the problem?
Well, now I don't know if I can trust her. Even though she's being nice to me. I mean, maybe that's just a cover-up. Link says that I should give her another chance, but I don't want to set myself up to get hurt again.
Well, I'm no expert on love, but, you wouldn't be thinking about her that much if you didn't care. Listen, I'm gonna go check that irrigation ditch we were working on, huh?
Okay.
Make sure it's not leaking.
All right.
All right, I'll see you later.
Yeah.
I know why you've been so upset. Why you ran away. I just wish you'd tell me yourself. Maybe I could have helped. Had a feeling I'd find you here.
Milk's great in my cereal, but in my coffee, I like Coffee Mate. Makes my coffee taste rich and creamy. Milk in my cereal, Coffee Mate in my coffee.
Coffee made from Carnation. What you put in coffee, even when there's milk around.
One of life's greatest pleasures is sitting right here in my den eating Klondike bars. Rich ice cream, coating made with real milk chocolate. Makes me feel warm and fuzzy all over. Klondike. Taste you can sink your teeth into.
What's the coolest way to spend your summer? Make it a Tropicana summer and enjoy summer's perfect refreshers. Tropicana Juice Sparkler, Tropicana Pure Premium, and Tropicana Twister. Plus, Tropicana Summer could even send you and a friend on a trip to paradise. Get the full story in your Sunday paper. Beat the heat with sunny Tropicana taste and squeeze the most out of Tropicana Summer.
The first time I switched pain relievers, it was from aspirin to Tylenol. Then recently, I switched again, from Tylenol acetaminophen to Advil. You see, I got these really pounding headaches, and I found Tylenol didn't always get rid of all the pain. So I tried Advil and found that for my really tough headaches, 2 Advil worked better than 2 extra-strength Tylenol tablets, better than extra-strength Tylenol caplets, better than Tylenol gel caps. For my tough headaches, Advil just works better. Advil, advanced medicine for pain.
Tried calling you earlier at Cas, but there was no answer, so I took a chance and drove out here. Thought it might be easier to talk to you here than it was at the cellar.
Now's really not a good time. As soon as Dad gets finished looking at the drainage ditch, I think we're gonna get back to work and try and make up for lost time.
Yeah, I know. I spent half my lunch break just driving out here. Listen, Hutch. I know I've acted like a real jerk ever since I've met you. I've just been so confused. I know that's no excuse.
What do you want from me?
Well, I just know that you've been upset about all you've learned about your dad. I thought I could help. Listen, Hutch, I'm asking for another chance.
Maybe we could get together sometime when we're not so busy and talk.
I'd really like that.
So would I. Tess, I'll walk you to your car.
I was just leaving.
Wait, there's something I want to say first. I'm not sure what kind of a relationship we can ever have. But I'm willing to give it a try and find out if you are.
Okay, Greg, well, I'll be in the office in the morning, and I ran everything by Ellie. She may call you if she has any questions. Okay, see you tomorrow.
Bloody hell, you were on the phone when I left. I hope you missed me half as much as I missed you.
Oh, I did. So, what was this mysterious errand you had to run?
Well, nothing important. I just saw a little trinket that I thought you might like, so I went to pick it up.
Duncan, you don't have to buy me anything.
Well, you don't get it till we get back to Oakdale, when we start our new life together.
You know, after this trip to New York, it'll be like I'm closing the door on a part of my life.
From what you told me about your family's reactions, it doesn't sound like they closed all the doors.
Well, Lamar did. And that's what really hurts. I had hoped he'd... Who's that?
Go on. I'll check.
Glad I caught you before you checked out.
Lamar, how'd you know I was here?
Duncan came to see me. Look, I haven't really changed my mind about a lot of things I said.
Well, I didn't think you would.
Couldn't let you go without telling you. I haven't always agreed with your decisions, but I've always admired your guts. And I do love you.
Thank you.
And I'll get to this as soon as possible. Oh, I almost forgot. Jessica called from New York, and she needs to see you when she gets back. Okay, great. All right, I'll check in later.
Bye-bye.
Emily, aren't you supposed to be helping Kurt pack? He's been here for about a half an
I
hour.
was, but I had a power phone call from Gavin Kruger, so I couldn't.
Hey, Margot's here. I gotta speak to her. Angel?
Hi, Ellie.
Margot. So, hey, Tom.
Hi.
Can I ask you a favor?
Hi. Yeah, sure, anything.
Well, I was wondering if you had any connections at the New York Police Department.
A few? Why?
Well, Julie had her baby yesterday, and I know that Jessica's in New York, and I thought maybe she could go by the hospital and see if Julie's really okay, but I don't know what hospital she's in, and I thought maybe you could check it out and let me know.
I am so sorry that phone call from Gavin took so long. I have to keep our #1 client happy.
Well, just as long as it's business.
It's business, just like your little cocktail meeting with Marcy Green.
Oh, now, wait a minute. After going through everything I went through to get you back again, you honestly think I would just throw it all away by committing adultery?
Kirk, it wouldn't really be adultery.
What do you mean?
Jessica called me earlier. The Bureau of Records says that our marriage is not legal. Captain Wyndham does not have the authority to marry us on land or anywhere in the state.
Arts and crafts with my daughter's troupe. Talk about having your hands full. Thank goodness for Chef Boyardee. I know it's good for him. Hey, I'm a label reader. 95% fat-free, no preservatives. And best of all, they love it. Who wouldn't? Tasty pasta and tomato sauce. With Chef Boyardee, they get a good, wholesome meal. And I get brownie points every time. Thank goodness for Chef Boyardee.
Carnation Instant Breakfast. You're gonna love it in an instant.
Start your day with nutritious, delicious Carnation Instant Breakfast in regular or diet.
Carnation Instant Breakfast. You're gonna love it in an instant. Crunch and munch is love at first bite. Love it all day and love it all night. Toffee, popcorn, peanuts taste so right. Crunch and munch, love at first bite.
Fill the cup?
They call this one step?
Most pregnancy tests have the same problem, little cups.
You gotta be kidding.
But Clear Blue Easy has no little cups. It's the only one that's really one step, because it's just one simple piece. Nothing to fill or spill. You get a clear, accurate result in 3 minutes. Give up the cup. Try Clear Blue Easy, the only one that's one step easy.
Tonight, an escaped prisoner and a high-speed chase threaten a neighborhood full of school children.
For the sake of these kids, it has to stop here.
Top Cops. How could she strike her neighbor 41 times and still get set free? Barbara Hershey, Brian Dennehy, a shocking true story. Killing in a small town, Tuesday.
How does a princess deal with stress?
Shopping.
Chocolate. They're witty, pretty, and available. Princesses this fall on CBS.
Blouses by Regina Porter. Join us tomorrow for the Emmy Award-winning As the World Turns.
This is CBS.